Hey guys, Tyre here bringing you a 1v1 today. We are on Crossroads. Playing for today, spawning in the south. We have AceHiro playing as OKW. Straight away locking into Overwatch. He's offensive in the north. We have Suora playing as Brits. Straight away locking into tactical support. Got out a set of these raid sections. Going for a early universal carrier. In terms of rankings here, AceHiro around rank 50 as OKW. Suora around rank 40 as the Brits. So Suora had some kind of comment at the start of the match there. I'm not sure if that's like an AceHiro stream copy past or something. I'm not sure. Stoneboy's doing their best to hide away from the universal carrier at the start. As you may have seen in my tutorial video, keeping the universal carrier on the move, very important. This is quite bad moving performance.
The new infantry section is ready for battle.
So AceHiro doing a pretty reasonable job of minimizing the damage from that right at the start. And a second raid section coming in as well. Don't think the Stoneboys are going to be able to get the job done here. Taking too much damage. Maybe if this was like a regular capture circle, but the fuel point takes quite a lot longer to cap, so it's not going to work out. But so far, so we're off to a pretty strong start. You know, these are a call-in squad, so you don't have to build them. Means you can get off to a slightly faster start. The field a tiny bit early, maybe like 20 seconds or so. Which does make quite a lot of difference in these very early stages. And now we've got the universal carrier over here as well. AceHiro taking a lot of damage. A lot of damage, in fact. Squad getting behind the UC. No anti-tank gun yet from AceHiro. Going to go for tech. Interesting. Generally, you know, the universal carrier is quite small. Doesn't mean the Raketin often misses against it, but I do think it's still worthwhile getting. Maybe at this exact timing, get your reasonable front line, 3 Volksgrenadiers and the Stoneboy, and then into the Raketin. But AceHiro just trying to grin and bear it at the moment. Which becomes quite a lot harder once that Vickers K upgrade is complete. Sitting at the back here. Looks like he's going to do some repairs. Backing a little bit closer to the engineers now. But this is a backward step for Suora. Meanwhile, AceHiro making a dive onto this cutoff. Has had very poor fuel control to this point though.
They're trying to take it.
Could also be a reasonable time to try get some mines down to try counter the universal carrier as well. But none of that at the moment. Battle group for AceHiro. Is it going to be... Yep. Okay, so just sticking to his guns. Exact. Just normal build order, not reacting to the universal carrier at all.
The command vehicle has gone static. HQ operations now underway.
And here it comes. Don't have Faust available yet, has not got the upgrade. And you can see a lot of damage being done at the moment. This carrier slightly repositioning to get on the correct side of cover. But so far, Suora maybe could have been microing this universal carrier a little bit sharper than this. Is missing some damage opportunities. Coming up to the far flank there with the squad. AceHiro does have the Faust ready and trying to get a bit of an ambush coming around the corner, but good control there from Suora. Maybe saw them with the engineers. Denies the opportunity. These units are getting chopped up. No healing back here for AceHiro either. So it's very, very painful. And now a sniper even. Don't know. Like, could have noticed that there were Jaeger lights. I think they did come into the circle of sight of the capture circle. But I'm going to go for the sniper anyway. It's a little bit risky against Jaeger lights, but maybe Suora feels comfortable with this style. Going for double light vehicles as well, going into the AEC here. Meanwhile, AceHiro has not committed to a light vehicle himself. Got the medics now, but they were a tiny bit late. But yeah, no Raketen yet for AceHiro, so double light vehicles could do a reasonable amount of damage before the Raketen actually comes out. In this kind of scenario, if you are AceHiro and you do eventually, you know, spot that sniper, probably better to go for another Jaeger light squad instead of a machine gun, which is quite common around this timing. Don't really need to go for a team weapon that's kind of a sitting duck for the sniper.
Armored car completed.
There we go, sniper getting things going. 2 shots through already. Big old blob of sections coming through the center now as well, but AceHiro has had the fuel connected for quite some time. I've seen players go for the flak half track later than this timing as well. Don't know if the AEC had revealed itself when he did decide to go for that Raketen. Oh. Ooh, close call. Jaeger lights waiting around the corner here, looking for the ambush, but going to get revealed by the AEC. And they don't have a Faust. Kitten's in a nice position though. Section's making a bit of a push through the center. Oh boy. Slight pathing malfunction maybe with the universal carrier. A section coming in with the Molotov. Throwing it. Oh, and there goes the universal carrier. Took enough small arms damage that went down there. Clumsy stuff from Suora. Did have, you know, perfect sight of that the entire time. Does get some very good map control, but the universal carrier is such a strong bleeding tool. For that to be destroyed is very good news for AceHiro, and is going to go for the flak half track now quite late. Couple mines coming down from Suora. Not sure. Supers don't have, I mean, Sternpires don't have the sweeper yet. Sniper on this side though. So a dominating start from Suora, and I've experienced this myself. These raid sections can be pretty tough. They do get off to a strong start with this kind of build. Especially if the opponent goes for like some really fast weapon racks, which is not the case for Suora though. I feel like maybe like a no AEC fast weapon racks, you get off to a strong start like Suora did, is a very powerful build. Can keep your raid sections, you know, dominating the STG Volksgrenadiers. Here we go, flak half track is out. I'm going to have to be conservative with its positioning against the AEC. Got the officer out from Suora as well. Seems to be very popular with the British builds at the moment.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
And does have, you know, the long range somewhat covered with the sniper, so can afford to go for a slightly more close range focused build with the raid sections with the officer. As long as that sniper's still alive. Get the medics out the back here as well. AceHiro though, just inching forwards. Reconnecting all the points down the bottom. Suora taking a pretty big backward step, not really pushing in with this assault officer on this side of the map. Very slow stage for Suora here. Gonna go for the weapon racks now.
Brim guns and Peard launchers can now be used
Don't
by
have to
many
be standing
units.
next to the weapon racks though to pick them up. Upgrade those on the squad themselves. Very, very conservative style here from AceHiro, and does indeed go for that second sniper like I was talking about. I mean, our second Jaeger Light, which is better against the sniper. It's been a bit munition starved though, can only just afford to upgrade that. Might want to leave some munition spare though for a potential Faust. There we go, we're reinforcing back the AEC again. Gears on that have been a little bit slow throughout. And there we go, the Jaegerlights with camo spotting the AEC long range, kind of lucky that avoided damage. But overall, AceHiro, you know, in spite of having some pretty awful territory control so far, only 100 VPs behind. And looking for some Jaegerlight snipes. Sniper though, getting a few hits in itself here. And the raid section's charging through. Once they get in close range on the Jaegerlights, should be able to win this. They do drop their models quite quickly. Track coming around the corner though, it's going to force them back. Engine damage on the AEC is going to slow down a lot here. Sniper rotating back across the other side.
The new company command post is ready.
This is why sometimes it does feel better to go for an anti-tank gunner's bricks instead of the AEC. And at the moment you can see Suora really struggling for the AEC to find any damage on the flak half track. Maybe on some of the larger maps we can use the mobility of the AC a bit more. It can be helpful, but Crossroads, AceHiro able to play this quite conservatively. Sprinting forwards, hoping to catch the sniper. Not going to work out. Engine damage on the flak half track from that sniper's critical shot. Oh, and here we go. AC coming in. No snaring squads nearby. Oh boy. And there we go. Well executed move from Suora. Got the critical shot off. And that allowed an easy chase down from the AEC. No snaring squads nearby for AceHiro. Which is ultimately what hurt him. Or maybe no mines down from the stern pyros either. So pretty easy kill on that. Just shows how careful you have to be. Can't allow that flak half track to be out by itself like that. Or maybe even if the stern pyros had the Shrek upgrade, which they don't. But yeah, that was a good move from Suora. Good critical shot from the sniper, leads to the kill. Get the anti-tank gun out now. Maybe a little bit late though. And in this particular case for AceHiro, you know, usually with most other commanders, you'd feel under some pressure. You want to get your tier 4 tech down, your Schwer, so you can get up some overs. But, you know, when you've got Jaeger Lights available when you're against Brits, you can always just go for another squad of those, so you don't need to feel pressured. Looks like he is going to try to plant it down though. Covering this cutoff. This commander doesn't have like a huge off map to destroy the Schwer, so doesn't have to worry about it in that department. No Vickers upgrade on the officer yet, but might be next in line. Got the double Vickers on both the raid sections already. AceHiro did find a good moment to come across here and decap this fuel. Look at the AEC over here though. Shut down these stern pyros. 14 kills on the sniper so far. Pretty effective. Have had quite a few moments where AceHiro
HQ operations now
has
underway.
been camped out with the Jaegers trying to get that counter snipe, but suora very conservative with the sniper positioning so far. Not allowing that to happen. Fake out on the first grenade.
Skills are being
He's
readied.
up tossing it on the second occasion, but good dodging. Doesn't end up doing any damage to the squad. Building though is getting quite low. Was an opportunity there maybe to just throw some ace howitzer fire, since it's kind of going to be a nuisance going forwards, that building anyway for suora. Might as well just get rid of it. Decided to go for the grenade instead.
300 points.
Okay, straight hammer tech from suora. This is a fair choice, not under any medium tank pressure from AceHiro. And if you can afford to go straight for something like the Comet or the Churchill, it's just so much easier to keep alive. When a player's behind like this, they typically go for those double anti-tank guns. And if you've got something with more health, more armor, it's less vulnerable to the double anti-tank guns. It's easier for you to not throw, basically. You're going to throw away your lead quite as easily. Just getting sniped off by those double AT guns. Oh boy. No. Okay, the officer's going to survive. That was a little bit scary though. AEC command vehicle. Oh boy. Oh, what's he doing? Bit of a push.
Supply line's been cut.
Sorry, but we're being...
More dangerous than it needed to be there. Getting back at base. AceHiro about to pop out that Panzer IV. Yeah, it's going to have a tough time against the Comet. The AEC as well, which can always fire off that tread shot, which is a pretty powerful ability.
There's a Comet tank ready to go.
So AceHiro is going to have to be very, very conservative, just like he was with the flak aft track.
Our capture point. They're
Just
trying to
worry about
take
that
it.
sniper critical shot as well, I suppose. suora at this stage probably needs to think about going for a second engineer for some more repairs.
Supply's looking a bit squiffy.
Engineers
Line's been cut.
are quite slow on the repairs
Enemy
compared
causing
to some
trouble,
other
trying
squads.
to take one of our points.
Their sweepers don't give any bonus repair times. And their Vet 2 repair bonus is also lower than most other squads, so you don't have crew repairs or some other repair ability in your commanders, Brits. Repairs can be a little bit hard to come by, especially if you're going for a strategy like this. You're skipping bolster, so your engineers are only 4 men instead of 5. Often I find I need like 3 squads of 4-man Royal Engineers to keep the repairs going.
Enemy rockets! Where the fuck did they come from?
Oh, we've got that AEC command vehicle now. Going to be giving some boosts to all these troops. Coming from the side with the Comet. Second kitten is out now for AceHiro. Have some attack round action. Got some Brens on this extra infantry section. Might as well. Question is, are we going to see suora try put down the forward observation post? Probably not on this building, since it's already getting quite low in health, but maybe on something else. Maybe like building one back here. Forward assembly. Interesting call here for suora. Also just knocking down all the hedgerows. The destroy cover ability.
Comet crew, awaiting new orders.
And pretty lucky so far with the Comet. Those Rakitans struggling to get through the armor.
The ability is ready. We're losing a capture point.
Sniper under a little bit of pressure there. This time some damage gets through onto the Comet. Infantry coming through here. Pressure from the Panzer IV. Not an ideal position for the double raid sections. Don't have anything to shoot at, and there we go. The double Raketten's actually connecting in a big way. This anti-tank gun out the back for Suora, not getting involved at all. Should have been over here a long time ago, shooting at this Panzer IV. Didn't have to out the back with it though.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Raid section's doing a reasonable job here with the weapon upgrades. Panzer IV rotating across. Just out of range of the tank gun though. Seems like only one Vic is firing there, the other one hidden behind the building. Missing some DPS. Yeah, repairs coming through on the Comet extremely slowly, that's what I was talking about. Only 2 models on those Royal Engineers. And now we've got an infantry support gun from AceHiro, interesting choice. Also has the Sector Assault locked and loaded now. Oh boy, good rotation of the double Rakettens. Can we see an attack round? They don't connect. But yeah, yet more repairs required now for Suora's vehicles. And in the meantime, he's losing a lot of territory control.
Upgrade finished. Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
If they could have fired there, should have done it while they're on the road. It looks like they're just out of range. But yeah, big comeback here from AceHiro. Suora, you know, out of position with his anti-tank gun. Out of position with the infantry, you know, getting blasted by the Panzer IV. Just those last couple engagements weren't very effective for him. And now AceHiro in a nice position with some good Raketten positioning. Wasn't the Comet off for a very long time. Make a push over here, but in a 2-on-1, quick retreat. Can't back up to full strength, however. But now the VP drain on Suora. Lights in quite aggressive positions here, hoping for the counter snipe. Sniper quite far out the back. But, you know, those Jaegerlights do have such good line of sight. There's a big advantage to AceHiro. So you can just position everything exactly how he wants it. Okay, recon plane from the AEC command vehicle. It's a decent idea that reveals the Jaeger lights. Squad coming down the road, but we got a couple squads coming out of base. They've busted through the wall with that. Knock it out. But the Volkswagen's not doing enough damage. Tank gun in a nice position. Connects once. And Suora's infantry performing pretty well at the moment. Press forwards a bit more here. Let's have that recon plane up.
Damned enemies trying to take a point
Inch
from us.
forwards with the anti-tank gun. And bounces the second hit.
Our supply line's broken.
Okay, goes for a forward assembly, but in quite a backwards position, I would say. I do worry about the targeting. Looks like maybe that's the edge of its range, though, so might be able to get some good abilities going. And it looks like I think he's called an artillery cover there. No, the anti-infantry plane. Making a bit of a push. Quick activation of the anti-air mode from AceHiro, and he's dropping in his planes in response. There you see smoking out. Quite slow backing out though with the tanks. There they go. I'm very low in health though. Was not going to dive in after it. Oh, sniper under pressure. Foxtree is coming in from the side. AC goes for a bit of a push. Sniper retreats back towards the Fox Grenadiers. Oh, good pushing, good pushing. But maybe should just continue soft retreating out this direction. Ooh, that's a lot of damage, but the raid section spinning around now does not quite get the kill. But yeah, I think the anti-infantry plane's quite a lot cheaper than the sector assault, so good trade in terms of munitions for Suora. Once again, is struggling to maintain territory control.
Awaiting orders.
Appears nearly complete on the Comet. Suora has managed to bank up quite a lot of resources. Maybe think about the Crocodile. There's AceHiro. Looks like he wants to go for the KT. Feeling so confident in his position.
Regimental HQ for mechanized units will be here.
Okay, there we go. Rakitten forwards. AC in some trouble. Still alive though.
Heavy tank awaiting orders.
This entire assault, orchestrated and available to happen because of those Jaeger lights with their really long line of sight. Actually, you go for those cheeky shots like that, long range because of their long sight. Coming out here AFK though. Really probably needed the Comet to rotate across to the far side to protect this infantry from the Panzer IV's rotation. Going to use it to defend against this infantry over here instead, and the Rakittans have pulled back, so it's quite free to do that. This tank gun coming through the centre now. Comet very close to V1, but not quite there. It's a pretty big power spike once it gets that phosphorus shell. Very nice against the double anti-tank guns used right next to each other like AceHiro is at the moment. No, not going to go for the Crocodile, just going to go for another Comet. That's also a reasonable choice. Probably better if you're up against the King Tiger as well, I would say. Here comes the Comet. Oh boy. Taking some hits. These Rakittans both highly vetted now. So they've got that really high rate of fire, which makes them so scary at this stage. Jumps out of the building. Comes back into it now. Infantry out the back AFK though. Not getting involved. Needs it here to stop. This is a lot of troops for AceHiro. Here it comes now.
You now have a new Comet tank.
Oh boy. I'm gonna retreat down the road. But they peel off to deal with this infantry instead.
Trying to take a point from us.
So that's good news for Suora. Already got another sector assault saved up for though. It's just kind of surprising. But yeah, so far I'd say the biggest letdown for Suora is the anti-tank gun positioning. It just very rarely seems to be in the right place to counter the Panzer IV. It's only done like maybe one shot worth of damage. So maybe Suora needs to anticipate AceHiro's Panzer IV rotations a bit more effectively. And get that into position. Call for the sniper there. But this Comet on the far side, a little bit inactive again. The double Rakittans were active just over here before. So it could be on the prowl.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
That being said, I don't think that suora has really pushed in with the engineers for a long time to do any sweeping over here, so getting aggressive with the Comet could be a little bit risky. And that's kind of going back to what I was talking about, how it takes them so long to repair. The repair times are so bad. Slowing down suora a lot. But this is maybe where having the forward assembly closer to the front lines would be quite helpful. Could reinforce from here, use it as a forward base. At the back here is, you know, basically as close to the front lines as the regular bases. So only really useful for the abilities, forward observation post abilities, not really for reinforcing. Getting some more damage done. We've got the planes coming in once again from suora. Should buy quite a lot of breathing room. Oh, the Comet's over here. Oh boy. Coming forwards, looking for the Panzer IV. He's got the war speed, right? Should be an easy kill on the Panzer IV. Bounce though. The Raketten's retreating. Oh, his armor holds up. AceHiro also dropping the planes to Sector Assault to keep that Panzer IV safe. And now we've got the King Tiger on the field, so suora's period of dominance might be coming to an end here. Suora, you know, pretty much at the pop cap limit, so has to deal with this King Tiger with what he's got right now. And maybe this is somewhat illustrative of how poorly suora's been using the infantry so far. Because it feels like they should have been getting a bigger edge than they have. Oh. His command vehicle hasn't been up to much for a while either, but... Oh, munitions cache coming down at this stage. Interesting. Artillery cover will be nice if suora can afford to save for it. But yeah, the problem at the moment for suora could again be repairs on these Comets. They take a lot of damage from the King Tiger, both of them. Repairs will be very, very slow. Could be a reasonable time to pop up a recon plane on the AC command vehicle. Before on the far flank. And gets the kill. There goes officer for suora. So quite a lot of pop cap though. Maybe could go for second anti-tank gun now, or maybe some more engineers. Oh boy, Comet's in some trouble. I'll survive. A lot of damage onto both these tanks now. They'll be out of action for quite some time. King Tiger's armor doing a pretty good job of shrugging off quite a few hits. Good news for AceHiro now is that, you know, with both the Comets very low in health, there's a lot of room for this Panzer IV to do damage. So he's mobilizing with that now. Ouch. Raid section coming in from the side. Shuts down the repairs there. Slowing down the KT repairs. We have the Repair Pioneer upgrade on the mechanized truck. Oh, sniper under pressure. So is the anti-tank gun. And another push onto this side of the map from suora, but once again, no support, no tank over here. So easy rotation from the Panzer IV to just shut this down. I feel like, yeah, this has probably done this about 4 times so far this game. Came onto this side with no anti-tank support and got chased away by the Panzer IV. Whereas, you know, those troops may be better off just like holding through the center. Where AceHiro is making a push at the moment. Or, you know, bring in a tank along to actually shut down and damage the Panzer IV. Just coming across to this side is quite helpful for the Comets. Hopefully they would be rotating away from where the double Raketans are. A little bit of room in the army for Suora. Hasn't decided to build anything with that yet though. But yeah, these double Raketans for AceHiro have been the undoing of Suora so far. Hasn't really had an answer to them. It's kind of like why I do make a lot of use of the mortar pit as Brits, especially in conjunction with the AC recon. Could, you know, reveal them, get some good long-range damage done. Oh, sniper coming in, slightly dangerous maneuver. That is nearby. Get that bleed going. The ideal time for that for Suora probably would have been before the second comet. At this timing, probably needs to answer the threat of the King Tiger instead. But yeah, if those Raketans were getting bullied off a lot more easily by the mortar pit, the comets would have been a lot more free, would have done a lot more damage. Again though, see that long line of sight from the Jaeger lights allows the ISG to start barraging the anti-tank gun. Gets it very low. And now AceHiro in a dominant position, just continuously harassing the VPs. And we'll level things up. Double comps going forwards, but the double Raketans are in position to shut that down. And it's very low. Planes coming in though. Oh, from AceHiro this time. I thought that might be from Suora. Oh, Comet goes down out the back here. Skill plane strike. Oh boy, another raid section with a tough retreat path as well, with the King Tiger right there. Firefly next from Suora to answer the KT. But where is all of Suora's infantry? Lost a second raid section at some stage as well. I missed that completely.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Sniper's still alive though, in a risky position though.
The enemy cut our supply line.
Easily get found over here. Oh boy, Jaeger lights are right there. Oh boy, where's the sniper going? Anti-air mode activated on the Shred.
A Firefly is ready to
Comet
give someone
did get
a bloody
abandoned
nose.
out the back though, so we'll jump back into that. Now a pretty strong armored force for Suora. Oh, here we go. Jaeger lights spot them. Oh, they missed their snipe. Lucky break for Suora. But yeah, AceHiro in a commanding position now. This is very tough to overcome this kind of composition that OKW has. The Jaeger lights with their long line of sight just make it so hard for the British player to really like sneak up and do anything. Such a strong squad because of that. But a lot of vehicles now for Suora. Can get something going. Again though, the issue is those double Raketans. Gotta be very careful when dealing with those. Though, as I said, the white phosphorus is a very strong option against them. So we'll see what happens here. Kind of a shame, I think, that Suora has given up on using the AC recon. So I feel like that would maybe be a little bit better than the anti-infantry planes in a couple of these scenarios. But let's see how things progress. Everything out the back, just not up to much right now. Suora seems a little bit overloaded. Uncertain what to go for. controlling any of these tanks at the moment. Maybe waiting for like a certain amount of munitions. I'm not sure.
Enemy causing trouble. Trying
Gone
to
to
take
double
one of our
time while
points.
there's absolutely nothing happening here for Suora.
Our supply line's broken.
Sending out the engineers to sweep, lead the way. And the tanks are finally mobilizing now. The Rakitans are right there camped next to the King Tiger. As if we're close by in the center, the Sternpires have got the Shrek now as well. Looks like Suora trying to bait AceHiro forwards, but AceHiro has an ace up his sleeve with the Sector Assault. So when Suora does decide to push, it's an easy get out of jail free card. It's coming out to the side. Rakitans rotating. One of them connecting. Suora gets through a little bit there. The double Rakitans keeping those comets tamed. So scary now they're pretty much fully vetted. Connecting and penetrating almost every hit now. And that's really scary. And this is where I was talking about those repairs are very slow. Suora even going for the bolster upgrade at this stage, which is kind of interesting. Only real thing that's going to upgrade are those engineers. Generally more of a fan of just going for another squad of them though, personally. Maybe if you want to go for bolster in this kind of scenario, it is when you're... Oh! Ouch! There goes the sniper. KT striking and that. It's Vet 1's got the spearhead mode and that again gives more sight to AceHiro. Makes things even harder for Suora. Okay, gonna go for the Centaur. That's an interesting choice. Sniper Dine does free up some pop cap for Suora. Maybe squeeze in like one more squad of engineers on top of that. Maybe not actually. Yeah. Costs a little bit more with the bolster. Extra manpower. What would you call that? Pop cap. And AceHiro just happy to camp this one out, floating a boatload of resources, so even if he does suffer some losses, easy on the rebuild. But again, this is where I feel like the AC with the recon plane will be really handy, spotting these Rakitans and camo so he doesn't keep running into them like this. But yeah, the Centaur will be a strong option against these Sector Assault planes. That being said, it's often like the first pass that really does the damage with the Sector Assault. The Centaur can't really do much against that. Generally takes a few seconds to shoot them all down since there are so many planes with that ability. That's part of its strength as well. If your opponent does have anti-air. Oh, speaking of anti-air, the command vehicle recon plane getting shot down super quick by the flak base. Bit of bad luck for Suora. And the points are slowly draining down with the triple cap going. Pushing forwards with the engineers again, leading the charge. AceHiro pretty well set up. I think the only thing he hasn't really done is plant a whole bunch of mines. We're getting off to a strong start in the center. And there go those engineers. Planes coming in from Suora now. Oh, that's artillery cover, in fact. Making it happen now. Looking for the neutralize. Here come the tanks, but they're running just head on into the Rakitans. They've been there almost the exact same spot for such a long time. He runs right into them. Oh boy. And they make mincemeat out of those first two British tanks. Artillery cover helping out a bit now. We've got the planes in from AceHiro as well. Centaur is shooting down those planes. Only one of them remaining now. And the Comet getting some good damage done while the artillery cover slowing down the King Tiger. It halves the reload, or doubles the reload time. Halves the fire rate of the Comet. And there we go, some slick moves from the Comet with the war speed, getting a lot of damage done there. Looking for the decrew on this. Might be a little bit greedy. Oh, the crew grenade works out. Comet going toe to toe with the Panzer IV. Panzer IV bounces. Here comes the anti-tank gun. Comet bounces. Panzer IV bounces again. Oh, it doesn't. Anti-tank gun though. Coming in from the side. Comet. Oh, gets the attack round. Suora in a reasonable position after all this. Needs to kill these double anti-tank guns that are over here. Stay on top of them. Make sure that AceHiro cannot recrew them. But is not doing that at the moment. Jumping onto the VPs with that squad. Coming out to the side. 37 points remaining. Here comes the Shrek though, coming forward to maybe try kill them now, but it's too late. Could be a good time for the Phosphorus though. Here it comes. Oh, that's just a regular smoke to run away with. 27 points remaining. Raid section deployed just to try jump on the VPs as quickly as possible. We've got 2 more engineers getting built at the moment. Gonna be able to stop the clock here. AceHiro gonna go for a Panther on the rebuild. And Suora in a tough position. Gonna go for another Comet at this stage, but yeah, really struggling for repairs. Section might be able to win this one, but here come the Jaeger Lights to swing things back into AceHiro's favor. AceHiro still with enough resources to just build another tank. Can't see the King Tiger's cooldown timing, but might be thinking about going for another one of those. Comet coming through the center. He crewed the double anti-tank guns. They take care of that very quickly. And here comes the Panther looking for the Centaur, a little bit isolated at the moment. Anti-tank gun never got recruit. Just the war speed on the Centaur. Maybe hoping to do enough damage to the Panther to get engine damage with the engineers.
There's a Comet tank ready to go.
Except they're not coming forwards to throw that snare. Versatility. There's easy pickings. The Panther. Comes the Comet getting on the rear armor of the Panther. Once again though, the engineers didn't come forwards for the snare. And AceHiro has enough resources for the sector assault planes. Forcing the Comet to move away. It's very low. And repairs not going to really be happening with these double engineers that are on the front lines at the moment. Capping the points, can't be repairing. For another raid section. Oh, it goes down on retreats. Fresh King Tiger out as well. This squad also going down. One Comet. And less than one shot worth of health. Not going to be up to much. Team forwards looking for the capture. Capping the center AceHiro. Also a sprint. Maybe could sprint this Jaeger Light squad across to this VP. Section looking for the neutralize, but Bit 5 Jaeger Lights take care of them very, very easily. Might as well go on to 4x speed here. We'll see what's happening. So, Suora off to a very strong start with this raid section build, but the late game control wasn't really there. AceHiro with some strong double anti-tank guns, very strong line of sight with the Jaeger lights, just really shut down the double comet play of Suora. Suora a little bit lacking with the anti-tank gun positioning as well. And as I said, just continuously running down this side to do some capping, but never bringing any tanks along to keep the infantry down here safe from that Panzer Force rotation. And that just made things quite easy for AceHiro after taking such a battering in the early game from this strong start. But yeah, solid play from AceHiro. Didn't overplay his hand with the Panzer IV, which was very important. It kept him in the game and gave him enough time to save up for that King Tiger, which was very, very strong. But yeah, as you can see, very strong preservation. So I made that big all-in push. Got some good damage done, but then didn't finish off the decrewed Raketans over here with that one-shot Comet. I think I probably would have recommended risking the Comet a little bit to finish those off. AceHiro jumps back on top of them. End up being quite a nuisance. Looks like they got 3 or 4 shots off on the Comets. That did actually count for something at the end there. So yeah. What I think I would have done differently, as I said, after that first Comet, I think I probably would have tried to get the mortar pit down just to try and soften up those double anti-tank guns. Allow better control of the central area. Or maybe building the fort assembly up here as well, so you can reinforce from this fort's position, again giving better control of the center. Anyway, I'll wrap on that, guys. If you like good game cast by me, details in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you off for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.